this is what we should do na dayon because that is what they want. Ang atong ibuhat karon is different. We start from the workers. This is the fourth group na nag-conduct o ingunani ng activity. Uspon ako, ang atong proseso is participatory and decentralized. Na-input si President based on the Smart University. But that is just one of the inputs to our strategic plan. What we consider as important input to our strategic plan is kung unsay inyong mga sitwasyon, unsay atong sitwasyon sa working level or sa workstation level. Are you with me? Yes. So that's the process that we are adopting this time. We decentralize the strategic planning, we adopt tools that are futures-oriented, and we follow utopian process of research, or we follow a utopian framework. Alright. So, nanong mag-adapt kaningon anin? One is to address the limitation brought about by the traditional strategic planning. The traditional strategic planning is very top-down. Pag top-down ang process, unsay ako ang ma-observe ka. Pag ngayon na natin sila nga, you have to do this because this is what we want. First problem is, the decision, the plan, may be disconnected from reality. We are the reality. Sir, Bungkak is the reality. Bin Columnas is the reality. Atong mga nangilit dito sa opisina, nag-limpyo sa atong CR, they are the reality. Good morning.
Good morning.
So we do the decentralization of the strategic planning so that we listen to everybody. We don't just rely, we don't just impose. We listen to everyone and we are given the opportunity like this one. We can voice out, we can speak out because this is part of the decentralization process of the strategic plan. Second, lack of support and buy-in. We noticed already that. We experienced recently. Lack of support and buy-in, which could result to resistance. Di ba ni Kebaw na? Anong wato na na mo? So kung mayroon mong gagano mo yung nani, you cannot get the support because in the first place, wala tayo engagement, no prior engagement in coming up with that plan. Bureaucratic, as VP Kong said, some plans may be irrelevant, no? And then it diminishes the adaptability. Tungod kay dili flexible na plans, tungod kay ang nakita sa plano very limited. Una sa tanan, dili sila ang working force. So we need to decentralize it. And we have, we're very fortunate, no, that this time, everybody gets to be involved in the strategic planning process. So these are the highlights of the 2030 JRMSU strategic plan. Number one is decentralized. It's redistributing authority and power to everyone. If you notice, tanan na ay contribution. In the previous admin summit, nandito ang ipanilig sa university, nandito ang ipangin QCR, nandito ang gwardya, kasi ng tanan, naminaw na unsa ilang kondisyon para ma-consider nato sa next strategic plan. Enhanced rationality because the decision-making is dispersed. Walay ga-dominate sa decision-making process. Walay ga-dominate sa planning process. It follows open discussion. It's participatory. Three things pag participatory. Everybody has a say. Pag everybody can speak, everybody has a say. We are promoting our identity. Diba? JRMSU, pag ba JRMSU, tanan ka JRMSU. Okay? Everybody knows. So dili lang kayo know, we do not know that we have a existing strategic plan. That's why we do not include that in the planning. When we have the next strategic plan, our goal is kibaw mo nga na strategic plan. Kung magplano mo sa iyong activities or mag-action planning, takda na ito sa ang strategic plan. Because kung una sa tanan, based upon definition ka niya, mo na yung giya, kung saan na itong kapanagan, ang ato ang opisina o University. And everybody understands. No, participatory means everybody understands what we are doing because we are part of the crafting of the plan. That's our goal. It's futures-oriented because we are using some futures thinking tools here. Okay? So, let's proceed. Let's go straight. Over-talk na ko. Alright, these are some of the inputs to our strategic plan 2030. Una, DBM performance requirements. Katong-atuang i-discuss kahapon with Sir Jay, part na to siya sa atong consideration. Tanang mga nakapula diha, we took it as our primary references or inputs to the strategic plan. Because these are mandatory, di ba? We need to follow the DBM requirements. Because that's the body that gives us the budget. Ako criteria. So tanan nga gigamit namo nga criteria diri maximum level 5 sa ako level 5 sa SUC leveling because we're planning for 2030. We're not planning for the next year. Community utopias, this is what we are doing now. We are generating your utopias. The university agenda. This is the agenda of the present administration. So, we take it as a primary consideration, of course, because this is the vision of the president. And our goal in the planning team is to consolidate everything so that we can come up with a solid plan for JRMSU that takes into consideration everyone. Alright? And then we have other inputs. We have the RA 9852, the charter that created the JRMSU, the development plan of the region, DOST strategic plan, etc., etc. Later I will explain kung sinahitabuan na. It may not be visible, but in a nutshell, we're doing this. We are doing the workshops like this. Lain-lain na siya galan. Sa RDA, we call it RDA Summit. Sa admin, we call it Admin Summit. Sa finance, we call it Finance Fiesta. And then sa academic group, we have the Academic Leaders Forum. But everything is all about gathering the ideas, observations, experiences of those who are in the workstations. Okay? Hopefully, mas visible na siya. So this is what we anticipate to produce at the end of this workshop, okay, or the activity for today. At the end of the activity today, we will generate different statements of results. Results that pertain to different levels in the hierarchy of results in the university. And we can label the different hierarchies according to the different levels in the results framework that we are using. So, we expect na ang inyong output later this afternoon will talk about statement of activities, statement of outputs, statement of outcomes, and statement of impact. If you read from activities to impact, we are highlighting the means to ends relationship. Meaning to say, if you move up in the hierarchy, all activities should lead to outputs, all outputs should lead to outcomes, and all outcomes should contribute in the attainment of or realization of the impact. That is what we will be gathering from all of you today. We will be extracting statements from you that could fall on any of the levels of the hierarchy of results so that all these results will be consolidated and will be accommodated in the drafting of the Strategic Plan 2030. Atong i-define ang different levels. Impact, pinakadako na gusto natong pausapan is a long-term change that may be attributable to any of the outcomes. So when we draft the impact, we are not saying that tanan nga outcomes maura to'y kinahanglan para sa impact. There could be something else, no? That may not be captured in the outcomes. Next level is the outcome. That is the immediate change. What will happen in the next year? Or in 2025, 2026? These are immediate outcomes or immediate and direct change. Pag yung direct, nakakonect na siya sa outputs. So, tanang outputs will be required to be produced so that you will produce the outcome. That's the process. And then down after the outcome is the outputs. So outputs are basically the products or the services that are produced or delivered after doing the activities. Plastaron na ito tanan, gikan sa outcomes, outputs, and activities para when we have the system-wide strategic planning, ipang-plug na lang na dito ninyo kung saan ang buhaton, mamili na lang tao, ma-prioritize ta with systematic process again, asa lapit ang appropriate aning buhaton to achieve our desired results. Alright, example, RDE group. After doing this is just an example ha. Kaya ang RDE group may ungkag na mga 36 pages ang ilahang listahan sa activities, outputs, and outcomes. Taas na nakahago ang proseso sa strategic plan ang i-undertake na ito. Ingon ang RDE group, ang impact sa RDE group, isa sa mga impact statements nila. Yan sila, JRMSU is a recognized leader in research and innovation, both nationally and internationally. Its research outputs contribute to solving societal challenges, contribute driving economic growth in the region, and attracting significant research funding and collaboration. One of the outcomes that will be required to achieve that impact is this. The university's research ethics processes are efficiently and highly regarded, fostering trust and attracting more research projects. Outcome. That is the direct consequence of the outputs. One of the outputs is streamlined and transparent research ethics review process. That's one of the outputs that you will need in order to deliver the outcome. One of the activities to streamline the research ethics and review process is to create and disseminate clear guidelines and procedures for the ethical review process, including submission requirements, review criteria, and timelines. Don't worry, when it comes to paunsa ninyo state na later on, ayaw ka mo kabalaka, pag-usawan ninyo na pag-state. Narami pamaagi, paunsa na mo ma-capture ang inyong thoughts or ideas. Just write kung usay na sa inyong lugar una-una when you do this later on. Another example, admin group. Ingon ang admin group, JRMSU as an impact is recognized as an employer of choice in the region, attracting and retaining top talents due to its positive work culture, competitive compensation, and commitment to employee development. That's the impact statement. Outcome, improved staff well-being, reduced burnout, and increased productivity, contributing to a more positive and efficient work environment. One of the outputs is employee recognition and rewards. One of the activities is organize events and celebrations to acknowledge significant milestones and achievements such as work anniversaries, project completions, and retirements. That's from the admin group. One of the outputs, pero again, ang admin group also has very long list of outputs and activities and outcomes. Next, from the DBM annual performance review, the one that we had yesterday, one of the impact that aligns with the DBM requirements is this. JRMSU graduates are highly sought after by employers and demonstrate exceptional success in their chosen fields. Sir Jay, let me know if it doesn't align with the statement of DBM or the annual requirements. Success in their chosen fields, contributing to the region's and nation's development. The university's strong academic programs and focus on employability skills lead to high graduate employment rates and a positive reputation among employers. That's the impact. Outcome, relevant and quality tertiary education ensured to achieve inclusive growth and access of poor but deserving students to quality tertiary education, equity and access. Outputs, percentage of first-time licensure exam takers that pass the licensure exam. Output, activity, continuously review and update curricula to align with licensure exam requirements and industry standards. You see the relationship from the means to ends. Okay? And then we have from AACUP, statement from AACUP. We have reviewed all these documents already. JRMSU is recognized leader in research, the same as the RTE. Outcome, excellence in research, quantitatively and qualitatively. This is the exact statement of AACUP. As to the number of conducted, the scope and impact of the scholarly publications in refereed and international journals. Output, successful grant applications and external funding. Activities, create a dedicated office to provide guidance and assistance to faculty and students on grant writing. I think we have started doing that. Proposal development and funding opportunities. These are examples. So as of today, I'd like to present the summary of what we have in the strategic planning team. We have reviewed documents as follows. The SUP leveling document, the DPM performance requirements, AACUP, RA 9852, and Smart University and the Regional Development Plan. So all these documents have already been reviewed, and that's why sa mga nangutana o nganong bugay kayo sa strategic plan sa university, tote gitarong na tugluto ang strategic plan, gitarong na itong hanay. Imagine, we're reviewing this and we were able to cull or draw out this number of outcomes, outputs, and activities. For example, SUP leveling, 5 ka outcomes, 23 ka outputs, 119 ka activities up to 2030. But don't worry, na-overlap pa na silang tanan. That's why we put there raw. Next, work sa strategic planning team after sa ACAD is to consolidate including the ACAD already. If you notice, wala pa yung finance o wala pa yung ACAD. Ongoing pa ang process of finance, and then after this, we have the ACAD team. Makumpleto na nato ang input sa atong strategic plan. RA 9852, 89 ka outputs, 357 ka action items or potential activities or actions na pwedeng buhaton. Alright, that's what we are doing. So what's next? After na makuha ng tanan, now I'm explaining the data gathering procedure. After na mo na makuha tanan, sa mga niagi sa opisina sa planning office, nailako kayo itong tarpaulin ng blanco. Naimarka means ends. I-plaster na mo na dito ang different levels of activities, outputs, outcomes, and impact. Para anyone, before the university strategic plan, can come and visit mo usay existing statement sa planning office when it comes to the next strategic plan. Everybody is invited. In fact, after the ACAD group, we will be, mas masana muna siya para ready na siya, makita ninyo dito before we do the system-wide strategic planning. It looks more like this, but this one is very simple. The scope is very limited. This is our output when we had the FLS Caravan. But the output would be more complex than this because we're talking of institutional plan. Okay, but just to give you a picture of what it looks like, it may look like that. Alright, so I'd like to highlight now the Futures Creating Workshop that, or the institutional strategic planning that we will do after all the data will be gathered. Okay, so kung mahuman na ang ACAD group, ang next na itong buhaton or ang final stage na nato is the actual system-wide strategic planning. Siguro di na ang ma-invite na, pero niyagi na mo, nakakontribute na mo. Okay, given the limitations and resources po nato, di po kaya nga ang pila ka hundreds of who participate sa system-wide strategic planning. Mo nang ang gastuhan nato isa-isa kada unit para natin makuha ang data from all of you. Okay? So, what we will do in the system-wide strategic planning. Number one, how do we deal with the Impact 2030? We look at the impact indicators, we look at the impact baseline, and we look at the impact target. We will define that in every unit or every group during the system-wide strategic planning. Annual targets pertains to our outcomes. Ilatag na to ang atong outcomes para mahimo siyang annual targets. So kung nakay listahan sa outcomes, tanang outcomes nimo i-cluster na nimo sa imong annual nga targets. Tanan nga outputs sa activities nato i-cluster nato na siya sa quarterly action items or quarterly activities. Parahan ay na kay quarterly activities, na kay annual targets using the outcomes, and you have the 2030 impact. Ang atong importante ma-define is unsa ang atong 2030 impact. Kana mo atong abangan kung mahuman nata sa data gathering. We will definitely present this during the system-wide strategic planning. Okay, so where do we get these activities, outcomes, and outputs? On how do we do that? So the next series of activities, ito na ang pinakataas na po ngayong istorya, don't worry. Ako lang i-explain sa inyo kung paunsa ang atong proseso o asa na padulong. Ang next na itong buluhaton, simple na lang kayo, dulaan na lang na ito. Pero, naning meaning. Okay? Ang una na itong buhaton, we call this activity, or activity number one, we call this the picture of a problem. Mag-caution ko daan. Kailangan ni picture. Ang atong problema, never ang tao. So I hope that no one will submit to us a picture of a person as the picture of a problem. Never submit a photo of a person as the picture of a problem. Picture of a problem. One, browse your photo library in your phone or laptop. Kung naamoy dalang laptop, tanawa. Check your phone or laptop. Select one photo. Inakalala ito isang picture sa inyong phone that captures an issue or concern, or that represents an issue or concern within your office space, number one. Second is within the broader university environment. So two pictures. Give us two pictures. One is picture that represents the issue or problem within your office space, and second is within the broader university environment. Email it to us, no? Email copies of the pictures, put a brief caption, no? Kung lang, kung saan siya ng picture all about. And then, use the format when you email. Sa inyong email subject, para dili na mag-isod o pangita later in the presentation, i-email niyo siya with the following format. Unit, or ACAD, pinag-uunan lang yung butang ACAD, underscore, unit kung sa mo, FLS, IMD, College of Teacher Education, CTED, Engineering, etc. Underscore your name. This part, this is an individual output. So, kung na mo tanan. And then, example, ACAD, underscore IMD, underscore Cantina. Okay? Muna sa inyong file name, muna sa inyong subject, ngayon butang, para dito mag-isod o panita. Later on, among yourselves, sa inyong table, each table represents one group, right? So among yourselves in your table, pick one photo. Isa lang, para inyong i-share sa group. No? Not everybody may be able to share, but we will invite some groups or tables to share the chosen picture, and share the chosen picture with the following questions or guide questions. Okay? So, you will be given 5 minutes to email, to select the picture, to email, and to pick the photo. And please share it to us. Take a picture of this or screenshot of this, because later we will be showing the picture itself that you will be sharing. Okay? For 5 minutes, do this. Browse your library, select one photo, email it to us with a caption, and then decide in your table which of the photo you would like to share, and then answer the following questions. Number 1, what is the nature of the problem depicted in the photo? Second, who are the individuals or groups affected by this problem? Number 3, how does the identified problem impact the university's people, processes, and outcomes? Number 4 is, what emotions or sentiments does the group associate with the prevalence of the problem? Clear? Are the instructions clear? Sige. So do I have your do I have your time and attention to the activity? Can I see a raise of hand, please, everybody? Natulog na sila. Good morning!
Good morning!
Okay, so let's have activity number 1. 5 minutes.